Hello there, welcome back to the Roman Empire. Last time we declared war on Tunis and brought in the Ottomans. The Ottomans are going down. They're going down very, very quickly. And funnily enough here, we are kicking their asses to a, well, kind of unbelievable degree. The Ottomans currently now has just one province that will not very soon be under siege by one of my compadres. And of course that is something very interesting. But with this now, with Hama being sieged, they don't have a single province that will not be under my control shortly. Now, the AI proved its brilliance, hint hint, in terms of what it could do last time, when it decided to send 70,000 men to deal with a very minor Northumberland force. I'm pretty amazed it actually did that, but it did. It surprised me, but it did send 70,000 men to deal with a force that barely numbered 10,000. So it is possible the AI might do that. It's interesting. It's silly, but it does it. And after that, I didn't really know what to do, because I apparently beat it to the point where I just got confused and decided that, you know what, I'm not going to do anything. I've got my ass handed to me. I don't want any more. But anyways, we're just going to continue sieging here. Again, the Ottomans are basically done for, I think. All we need to do is just siege. The navy has been completely recovered, which is good. And for the time being, the only thing I will really be focusing on is waiting. We'll be sieging down Tunis too. It shouldn't be a problem. All we really need to do is just get to the capital, and Tunis will probably give me all of the Mamluk provinces. Then we'll do the same thing for Hejaz once the Ottoman cool down a little bit, I think. Right now, the Ottoman, again, war exhaustion is incredibly high, so I might just go for Hejaz right away to keep the Ottomans out of it, and basically make it so that I can get the Mamluk provinces without any fuss, and then I can, well, wage a proper war on the Ottomans. How are you doing in terms of giving up? Are you there yet? Yep, they are. They are willing to give me the very tiny amount of nation or province that I want. And of course we're going to join up our armies there, and I'll probably be using the navy also to move some troops. But basically we're taking some of the Mamluk provinces back, so that's good. And as I said, I'm very tempted now to just go ahead and declare a straight up war against... we're just going to, again, keep on doing the what we just did in terms of... I saw that I got a colonialism casus belli. I think that was on the Ottomans. Again, sometimes I just click without really thinking. It's just a normal message. I copied it in my head, but I don't really need it. I think I got, yeah, so again, actually doing this gave me a colonialism casus belli on them, which is in itself pretty hilarious. But anyways, what I'm going to do is declare war on Hejaz, and I'm pretty sure the Ottomans will not join this. As you can see, they do not want to join that at all. Unfortunately, also there's only a couple of cores left for the Mamluks, but we'll be going for them, and it should be pretty straightforward here. For the time being, though, I'll just keep on dealing with Tunis as well. And in terms of war score here, they are actually already ready to hand back what I want, but I'll also be taking, of course, some extra land because I can, because I'm evil. And all that, but for the time being, we'll be moving troops to. Well, I'm actually missing one. I'll get that guy involved too, just so I can actually get the right amount of troops in each troop, and we'll be sending these guys basically to fight Hejaz. I'll be using this army to fight them properly. I'll be sending an army along the coast, and I'm pretty sure here that Hejaz will be beaten in, well, a pretty easy manner, all things considered. So I'll sit back, I'll wage the war, and if there's any interesting battles, I'll show you. But again, we've already reached that point where there's no really a big enemy left. The only real enemy, the only real challenge that I see right now is the Commonwealth. Anything else could of course be doing the interesting thing of creating a completely Romanized, if you will, new world, which I probably will do. But we'll have to see how that will actually work out. For now, however, we'll just keep on sieging. I'm losing a lot of money right now, and that's mostly due to the fact that the maintenance is high. It's probably just mostly due to the desert, more than anything else. And for now, we'll just continue sieging and see how see how this all plans goes. Take your pick. But basically, we'll just sit back and see how this goes. Once I take the Tunisian capital, I should be able to bring forth a white piece here. And I'm pretty sure the Moroccans here will also be pretty happy with the white piece if I just siege a single one of their provinces. So we'll keep on going, and we'll see how this turns out. I'm pretty sure I can handle the Ottomans, anything they dish out of me anytime I want, so I'm not too concerned. Once we have sieged this province here, Madinah Sulaim, we'll be going after the Hejaz army, and again, that's not something I would expect to put up any sort of resistance. They should be easily dealt with. I'll sit back here and we'll see what results we get. Actually, we'll fight the battle first. But yeah, I think our army are to some degree overpowered compared to theirs. Let's just see how this goes. Yeah, we lost 2,000 men, they lost close to 15. So I'm going to split this in two, and we're just going to slowly but surely siege our way down the coast here. I'll also take the liberty of the second exploration idea here. The allows recruitment of explorer and conquistadors. I can now start exploring things, so I might just do that for these guys. I'm a little bit unsure. I'm also pretty sure that my armed maintenance here is, mostly due to reinforcements, and probably also a little bit due to, of course, the advisors. I have a lot of expensive ones right now. I don't really need a military advisor, I think. Well, I can just keep on going with that. Cavalry reactionaries. Now, why the hell are you... Oh, you're just moving through. Well, that's fine. That's fine. As long as you don't do anything stupid, I'll be happy to just have you passing through. But as you can see, we're making money again now. So I'll sit back here and we'll see how things turn out. Not really anything special to report. Things are going pretty well. There's some common magnate rebels which I haven't actually seen before, which was a little bit interesting here, because I, again, haven't seen any magnate type rebels before. I'm not sure what these guys actually do. It would be fun to find out. I might as well just Google it afterwards if I remember it. But I just thought that was a bit of a fun fact. Now, they actually joined up a pretty big army of 40,000 men. They attacked a 12,000 man army of mine when I didn't pay attention. And as a result here, I just had to pull it back. Now, funnily enough, the fact that these guys decide to attack me is probably kind of a blessing in disguise, because it allows me to deal with said army with relative ease, injuring it a bunch. And it should be, pretty straightforward to deal with it now. But anyways, in terms of the war in Tunisia, it's going pretty well. I have figured out what I want from them when or if I win. Yes, we're using if. They are a fearsome force. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I will be getting what I want here. And in terms of Tunisia, that will most likely end up being this. The area here, the green area, will be handed over to the Mamluks. And again, I'm creating probably a kind of a fearsome Mamluks in terms of size, but I'm not too concerned about it. I should be able to make that work. Now, in terms of Morocco, I would prefer to just white piece them out. It's still going to take a little bit of time before I can do that, but it is definitely possible. So all I really need to do now is just focus on sieging, and Tunisia should be done for. In terms of the war against Hejaz, it's going pretty well. We have taken the western coast here, put it under the Mamluks' control. We're taking the Hejaz provinces of up north too, and the capital is currently under siege. My vassals is doing a good job here of helping as well, so I'm not too concerned. And again, the Ottomans will most likely be waged war on as soon as we can. And unfortunately, there's not enough unrest to potentially bring out a Mamluk force to rejuvenate them, if you will. But we're sieging, doing a lot of good sieging here, and I'm just going to keep on doing that, and hopefully we'll have a peace deal pretty damn soon. Well, my enemies chose Paul here and attacked with a far larger force a tiny army of mine, a 12,000 man army. Unfortunately, the 6th Shark General was in charge, and as a result of that, they lost pretty substantially. But anyways, once I've sieged the entirety of Tunisia, we should be able to make any sort of peace that we want. So it's looking good. We should be able to finish this war very soon. In terms of Hejaz, it's still going to take a little while longer before we finish, and mostly of that is because they're stubborn. But again, we're sieging pretty quickly and pretty well, so I wouldn't expect it to take too long. And you could actually say the same for Tunisia. All we really have to do is just wait, and then that war will be over as well. In terms of war exhaustion that we will be getting, we still have it pretty damn low, so I'm not too concerned here. I might have to re-demand the Defender of Fate. Well, or perhaps not apparently. But for the time being, we'll just well, keep on sieging, keep on fighting. And again, here I do want that special deal, if you will, with my enemies here. I should probably have upgraded military tech a while ago too, but that's just me. Flintlock musket, level 17, camera shock +1. And as you can see, I took a stability hit because again, I do actually get that 88% cheap stability, so it cost me 12 points here to raise stability by 1 when it's 0, versus losing 35 in every 3 of the categories. Also do an upgrade here in well, admin tech to level 15, textile manufactory can be built now, and we'll also go ahead and upgrade our exploration ideas here to the third one, colonial range +50. And while we're doing this, we should probably consider I forgot what I was going to do. Consider, I forgot about it. It's probably something important. I have a feeling it's important, but I'll get back to that later. Yeah, since I am apparently completely unable to remember what it was I was thinking about, so I'll hopefully be able to figure that out sooner rather than later. But for now, we'll keep the war with Hejaz going, and hopefully we can finish it soon. I was thinking in terms of colonization. Yeah, we can actually start flipping these things. So as you can see here, we're going to flip the culture of these 3, and once that's done, we'll start proper colonization, which of course is going to be very interesting, or hopefully very interesting. I'll probably just keep this 24,000 man army, even though I was thinking of sending it home. And again, the reason for that is very straightforward. It will make it a lot easier to protect our troops here. But again, we do have that supreme morale. Now I actually forgot the important thing that I forgot, and that was checking if there is a guy with this guy, diplomatic reputation +2, kind of an important fellow, and we'll also get that guy instead of that level 2. Again, because of the fact it's just more helpful than an increase in the amount of people I can have. So it's basically just that. But for now, all that I really need to do now is just wait a little bit, then Tunis will be done for, hopefully. Are you ready to give up? Not yet? How about you, Mamluk? Do you feel like Mamluks are giving up, so they're out of the war? Wonderful. And surprisingly enough here, with this, Tunis does not have any choice but give in to my demands. So that is great. With that, we now have a pretty big Mamluks again, and we'll be sending all of our forces home here. I'll be keeping one army in Sirte, I think. Yeah, it can keep it. And again, the reason why we're keeping one army in Sirte is just in case of rebels, we will be helping out our brethren, if you will, or our new brethren, if you will too. But in terms of dealing with Hejaz, I'm a little bit unsure what kind of peace I want to make, because again, this is a pretty basic peace deal, but I'm getting a lot of land. So I think I might just go for this one, for this first one, basically just a cleanup run, if you will. Of course, I will be dragging the Ottomans into wars pretty soon too. So I think we'll just go for this. It's a pretty neat cleanup run. I'll be getting a lot of provinces, 3 provinces here that I'll scatter about. The Mamluks will get their coast back. I was tempted to just take this for myself rather than handing it over to the Mamluks. And to be perfectly honest, I think I'll just do that. And the reason why I want to do that is because, again, it'll make the borders look a little bit prettier, but I'm a little bit unsure how I want to do in the future. But for now, we'll just hand it over to Mamluks. It will give me the opportunity to potentially hand over the half island. Yeah, it's actually what it's called in my language. That is the direct translation. This is probably called something else entirely, but we would call this a half island. And basically, I'll be able to use the Mamluks to eat the area in the future. So we'll just go with this deal for Hejaz. And again here, it's mostly just to beautify the borders. And again, it's really cheap to call this land. So it's not a problem. Now, in terms of what I actually own, as you can see, it's a pretty huge amount of land. I think our next target here is the Commonwealth. We actually do have Casus Belli, we have Take Riga for Finland, we have some Serbian war goals, and again here we're probably going to feed a lot of land should we take it to Finland, to Serbia potentially, and also to Moldavia. So we'll have to see what we actually end up with here. There's a lot of potential to be had. Finland does unfortunately not. They still haven't called the Swedish provinces. I'm not if they're even trying to call them. Nope. And nope. So I might have to consider dealing with that as time passes. But for now, it's perfectly alright. We have our little Roman enclave down here. We have the Mamluks now growing, and all in all, things looking good. So for now, we'll just stop it here. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.